Yes, welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Welcome back, everybody. It's International Week, looking at about 10 days of it. So no Premier League football. Everybody's gone off to play their international friendlies and some qualifiers. I know Wales are involved in one. So lots of games that are going to be going on during this next couple of days. And before I do pull up I've got to bring that on, but let me first of all welcome everybody to the show. I've got Mr. Big D in the green room. Unfortunately, Chili can't make it because he's come down with the big C. So get well soon, Chili. And Kofi can't make it tonight. Something came up, so unfortunately he won't be able. So it's going to be me and Mr. Big D, dynamic duo, as they would say, Batman and Robin. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on Mr. D. Bro, what's cooking?
Yeah, what's good, Norman? What's good, man?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we are here.
You're
Yeah, not
good?
bad, mate. Not bad.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. I'm first in as promised.
Hey, Anne.
she beat Craig to it. Unless he's watching another show, but she beat Craig to it. Big up Kay. Shout out to from Anne to Chile. Get well soon. And Kay saying a big hi to you, D.
Yeah,
yeah. So they're all coming in, man. The love is coming in for you, bro.
Yes, sir.
The love is coming in for you. But yeah, D, it's me and you today. As I said, unfortunately, Kofi can't make it, and obviously, Chili is out with the big C.
Right, if we got him, get well, Chili, if you're watching.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean.
Take care of yourself, boy.
Yes, Mr. Enrique. I know who that is now, Mr. Ches. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Ches, what you saying, brother? Yeah, enjoyed yourself a couple of weeks ago out in the sunny Dubai. You're all on your Insta, yeah? Living life. Living it large. Welcome to the chat. And D, we've got a lot to talk about, mate.
As always, man, as
always, mate, the Premier League. But you know what? Excuse my manners. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, man. I'm doing good. The day as always is a mad one because I normally double up today, so I kind of like to set my alarm to make sure I gave me like 30 minutes to kind of get myself. I have to get my head down. You know the ones already, man. Quick flip from last night. So everything's okay.
Everything's good. And family's good.
Yeah.
Weather's good today as well. Nice weather as well.
Yeah, it felt like spring today.
Up at your end, but it was down here. It was really nice.
Yeah, it felt like spring today.
Yeah, man. And remember, everybody, at the end of the week, clocks go forward.
Yes.
We're going to have a little short time in bed, but summer is around the corner. And, you know how it goes. We'll see my man saying. You have to take his mind off Manu. Yeah, I think D would like to next time you're going, take D along with you. He's a big man. You know?
I'm surprised they didn't bump into any of them chilling out. They're all on holiday. Yeah, there's no one at home working on their craft that is not on international duty.
Well, listen, man.
Yeah, let me leave that alone.
I heard Gary Neville was having a little bit of a moan. We will go into that. You know, what I mean, man is having a go at people going away for their holidays and stuff like that, and should be working on their craft, as you say. But it is what it is. We will go into that. But we are going to talk about all things football. As I said, the international break is on. But obviously before that, we had a few Premier League games, a couple of Champions League games thrown in there, and also the FA Cup has also been thrown in there as well. So we are going to look at the games. And obviously this week, we are looking at a couple of topics here. Looking at, obviously, the Prem Ref Watch. I want to look at Ref Watch again this week. Some controversial moments. The other thing is about keeping Ronaldo at Man U. Will this have a positive or negative effect on the club this summer? Because it looks like he wants to stay. Also, if Arteta gets the top four, can he go toe-to-toe with those elite managers? That's a question I was having a little chat with Kofi about that, and he feels that yes, he can. I beg to differ because the jury is absolutely massively out on this guy. I just still feel that he's not capable or has the experience to do the job at that level. I think he needs to learn his trade maybe at a lower, not say lower league, well, championship, or maybe a club further down the table. I mean, taking on a club like Arsenal, I did have my concerns about that. And also, can Liverpool dream of the quadruple? Because right now, they're still in 4 competitions and they are going like a steam train right now. And lastly, Lukaku not happy at Chelsea, as I'd like to put it. And Thomas Tuchel not happy with the striker's weight. He's having a little bit of a moan about, man's eating too much food. I don't know if it's the boots he's wearing, Timberlands, or
Timberlands at sea.
But right now, he ain't really cooking right now at Chelsea. So these are just some of the questions and stuff topic areas that we want to go through this evening. So please, guys, join us in the chat. Put your comments in, what your feelings are on all these topic matters. But we are first of all going to tackle the Premier League, and we're going to go back to let's find the games, and let's go back to last week. Obviously, last week Wednesday, whilst we was doing the stream, Tottenham were playing that evening against Brighton, and I did say I hope that Brighton would do something. Brighton right now are just really falling away at the moment. I'm not saying they're in danger of losing, but you were further down the table when Arteta joined. Yep, I get that. I understand that. And listen, as we all know, my missus is a Liverpool supporter, and D has been calling out for the past couple of weeks. D, I don't know if you want to call her out.
It, man.
Jay,
you need to come to the table as Liverpool fan today. Just come to the table.
Please
send her the link. No, send her the link.
She's got the link. She's got the link.
Okay.
She's gonna have to change her name. Her surname has to be changed to Bottle Job. Yeah, Jancy Bottle Job. Yeah. Right now. So I did say to her that Dee's been calling out for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah,
and I don't know what's going on.
Come true, man. Come true.
Come true, man. Come and defend your team.
Come represent.
So we'll see. She may come on. She may. You know what I mean? Give her a little bit of a sweet taster, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, Tottenham obviously winning that game 2-0 away to Brighton. As I said, Brighton just seems to be away now. They don't seem to be doing well at all.
Yeah, they've lost traction, and I rate that coach, but then what's he really working with? You know what I mean? I think if they had a more clinical striker, then I think they started well. They're kind of running out of steam now, which is always that whole getting drawn into that relegation thing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they will get drawn into it, but like when you start that snowball effect. And you know what I mean, where you just can't get a win, and that's what I feel is going on there. I mean, I'm not saying they're shipping. I'm just putting up the table. They're 13th right now, played 29, 33 points. So they're 7 points away from safety. That magical 40 points.
Pardon the pun. I know they're near Brighton, so they're probably on the beach now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing as well.
The way they're played right now,
because they can't win anything. They're probably thinking they can't get relegated at 13th, and they can't compete for Europe.
But it's just that that was a place that it was for a lot of clubs, Tottenham including us as well, a bit of a bogey team to go to. But it seems like away and at home they're not really doing too good at all. And obviously Christian Romero, their defender, gets a goal. I think it's Dejan Kulusevski with the assist, and then Bentancur for Harry Kane. And Harry Kane seems to be scoring up the place now. I remember when he, at the start of the season, obviously his mind was elsewhere, looking at Man City. Now I think he's now on 12 goals in the Premier League, just behind Son on 13. Obviously, the striker Salah is way up at the top.
Yeah.
I think Jota behind him. So he's slowly starting to put those goals away now, and they seem to be firing at the moment.
You have to question his incentive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because it's the business end of the season for him in regards to whether it be a contract extension or a move.
I was going to say that. You just made a point. Do you think he's playing for a move or to get a bigger thing?
Well, either one in it, because he'll probably say, okay, well, if you're making me stay, extend that contract and then sort out my bank balance.
Yeah.
And then in the other hand, he's saying, well, if I'm going to force to move, I'm going to be banging goals in and being creative, which he has. So and you see that a lot with players that dip in form because whether it be going to the Euros or the World Cup or a move that fell through, and it takes a while for them to get
back going.
Get their feet under them because they're sulking, so they're not playing their best football. But for now, he's always screaming, "Come and get me!" Whoever's out there, and I think you're gonna have to overpay for him again, even though he's a year older.
This is the thing, because obviously, if they get top four, because obviously the race is really sort of picking up now between us and Tottenham and Man U. Yeah, you include Man U in there. I think West Ham kind of dropped off a little bit, and I think you can see now the Europa League is kind of affecting them. The last game they played, which we will talk about again. They weren't really at the races. They lose that game. I think it was 3-1 in the end. I think it was 3-1 in the end. They lost that game away to Tottenham. That was West Ham. And you could see that the effects of playing those extra time to get through the next round against Sevilla, played brilliantly. It was a moment to savour for those West Ham fans getting through. But it obviously took its toll on them.
Well, you can see. I mean, Antonio dead on his feet because there's no one of his class to replace him, and he's actually stopped scoring now. No, he's not even scoring now, and so, but he's still got to play because he is their top starting striker. But there comes a point where you're gonna see him trying to run in treacle because his legs will be mashed. You know what I mean? And
Yarmolenko, I mean, he obviously comes on as the backup striker. And to be fair, the last couple of games he's come on and scored those goals that you didn't expect, and it was like it's one of those dream things because obviously the situation that's going on in Ukraine, he comes on, scores. I think one game scored the winner, and in the other game, I think he got the team back in. Matter of fact, he might have scored the win in that other game as well.
But you have to wonder, Norman. Why isn't he getting a nod? What is he not doing in training to not get a start over Antonio? Because I think Antonio probably hasn't. I don't think he's scored in about 8 games, Norm. If not even 9 or 10. He hasn't scored for a minute, yet he's still starting over him. So you have to kind of question what is this guy not doing in training for Moyes to say, you know what, I'm going to start you today.
You're not my starter.
It makes no sense. Well, to me, it doesn't make any sense. I'm saying, when you have a striker like that was banging goals in, and then just dip like that, you got to question that. What are we missing?
And I think when he came on, I mean, even when he came on in that game against, you was expecting, maybe he would come on and do something, but he didn't really have any effect on the game. Do you know what I'm saying? And as I said, Antonio just looked out on his feet. Jay's saying that Antonio might face a retrospective red. I didn't see what had happened, so you probably need to enlighten us on that and just tell us what that was for. I don't know what that was for, but obviously there's something must have happened on the pitch, and obviously foul play.
And they've watched it afterwards.
So if that happens as well, and if it's obviously if it's violent play or whatever, that's like a 3-game ban, isn't it?
Yeah, but then once the game is done, should we be going back to try and get a red card? I mean, I don't know if it's not seen in the play when you got 4 eyes, you got the 2 lines, the ref, and the 4th official,
then the cameras,
and no one saw that. Come on, man, that makes not. Remember that they're always talking in the ear, aren't they, to the ref, saying, "You missed one here." Antonio just whopped him out with an elbow or something. and then he can go and address that. That's the whole point of VAR.
I must have missed that, but if you can put it in the chat as to what had happened exactly. Don't write a thesis or whatever. Just keep it short and sweet. I mean, it might have been easier if you came on the show, and that way you could even explain yourself better to Mr. Big D.
Just enlighten us, man. Just enlighten us, Jans. Come true, man. It's all love. It's all love, man.
But here she goes. She's explaining it now. Off camera, and VAR didn't spot a forearm smash across someone's throat, I think.
See.
Okay. I'll have to go back and look at the highlights of that game. I didn't see that. That's interesting. So we'll wait to hear the outcome of that. I mean, that can't be good for West Ham.
No, but true. If it ain't on VAR, then it never happened.
Right. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? You know
what I mean? Off camera, and VAR didn't spot a forearm.
Come on, man.
So obviously the other cameras have picked it up.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
BT Sports, yeah.
Yes, Junior, you're saying, brother.
Yes, Junior.
We are guaning, Mr. Junior. We are guaning, you know what I mean? Good to have you on the show, bro. And yeah, so Tottenham going to win that game 2-0. Brighton, as you said, pretty much safe on the beach, sunning themselves. We move. Tottenham, as I say, they're starting to get a little bit of a momentum now. Just quickly, just want to swing, because obviously after those games on that Wednesday, during that game, Chelsea, obviously with on the off-field stuff going on with, the sale of the club, they seem to be marching on. They go away to Lille, beat them 2-1.
Yep.
And Juventus, listen to this one, D. I mean, massive shock here. Villarreal 3, Juventus 0.
I know,
and
but
Villarreal went to their ground.
This is a yellow submarine for you.
Yeah,
this is a yellow submarine for you, though, Norm. You know what I mean? These guys have to pull a result out of the bag.
Remember,
we always struggle against them, United, we've always struggled against Villarreal.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't know what it is, but to go and do what they did, and go away to Juventus and knock this massive club out of the Champions League, they're in the quarterfinals, bro.
I know.
They're in the quarterfinals. They're in the quarterfinals. And I'll tell you what, just as a matter of fact, let's just quickly look at the I just want to look at the quarterfinal draws here. Where is it? See, it's here. I think it's this one. Right. So let's have a quick discussion on this before we move on. So we know now what the quarterfinal leg of this. So Benfica against Liverpool, first leg, which takes place on the 5th of April. Man City up against Atletico Madrid. That will be also Tuesday, the 5th of April. Villarreal, against Bayern Munich. And Chelsea against Real Madrid.
That's probably the tie of the quarters, the Chelsea Real Madrid. Just the way Real Madrid just kind of came back, you know what I mean?
Okay, so looking at this, and Guy, you want to put it in the chat? Looking at this, over 2 legs, Benfica and Liverpool. Who we saying going through?
Liverpool
all day long.
I heard to say that, Oh man, that hurts me to say that.
You said it with gritted. You said it with gritted teeth.
Liverpool.
Okay, so we've got our semi-final. So Liverpool, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Man City, Atletico Madrid, over 2 legs.
You're gonna have to go with City on that. I think they got enough in the tank to outsmart Simeone on that low block. You know what I mean? Because we couldn't do it.
He ain't gonna go with the dark hearts against you guys.
Yeah. Right. I mean, us guys couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Man City have the ammunition to put them to sleep as well.
Yeah, they've got the guard. Yeah. They've got the guard to do
I'm looking the way they've set it up on my app. Does that mean that Liverpool face? Does that mean that Liverpool face Man City in the semis? Because the way they've done it, I tell you, man, they never won an all English final. They're actually banking on Real Madrid putting Chelsea to sleep, and then obviously Liverpool and Man City cancel each other out. That way, you're going to avoid the all English final.
Yeah. So hold on a minute. So I think that is the case. That
it's just because they're playing like those two games play on the Tuesday. Those two play on the Wednesday, like they're still in the other half of the draw.
That's right. Yeah. So it's looking like So it's looking like that's it. Because listen, they're meeting each other now. At least now, Champions League, FA Cup semi-final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the towards race.
And then the towards race, mate. My gosh, man. They've played each other. So they would have played each other now this season. What? 5 times?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah. I just think they don't have enough in the tank. Atletico to stop that low block is not going to stop City. I'll be very surprised. You know what I mean? So we're looking at a Liverpool Man City semi-final. Yeah.
And then we go to Villarreal Bayern Munich.
Bayern.
Even though Bayern have had a couple of, especially in the league, they haven't been playing as well as they are, even though they're probably going to still win the league, but they haven't been as consistent as they should be. I've seen a couple of games where they've lost some games. I'm thinking, that's a bit weird.
Yeah,
you know?
I think they're always a different beast in the cup. They practically make this quarterfinals every season. It's almost like it's just a rite of passage for them, you know. So
yeah.
But then you know what, Yellow Submarine just.
So we're looking at Bayern. We're looking at Bayern Bayern to go through, and then obviously Chelsea, Real Madrid. Now this is a tough one, guys. Put it in the chat. Over 2 legs. Over 2 legs. Yes, big up Chile.
Yes, Chile. My youth.
Yeah, my youth. Yeah, he's a youth man. He's a youth boy.
Big up yourself, man.
Yeah, man. Get some onion and lemon down. Yeah.
Hey, Chile, how's your league position, buddy?
Yeah, I know you got your good medicine. I know you got your good medicine from your Spurs side. Yeah, so cool. But don't worry about that, bro.
Yeah, man.
And you're getting some love, Chile. You're getting some love in the chat as well, bro. Yeah, Chelsea.
That is one to call, Norm. That is one to call. Wow.
Hard one, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, when you saw what Real Madrid, Benzema, what they did with PSV in the leg, you see the problem. You see with Chelsea, I don't know because the other situation as well is, you know, obviously, you know, the FA and other stuff that's going on outside. They're trying, they can't. It looks like they might have to play behind closed doors. I'm hearing because of the situation. Real? Yeah.
Is that because the government want to control the way this sale happens? Because apparently he's not going to get any of the money, is he?
No, he's not going to get any of the money.
He's going to have to give it to maybe the Ukraine war charity or whatever.
The charity and whatnot. But it's going to go away in some fund or whatever. But he ain't gonna get it. But the problem that we've got is that if they play behind closed doors, is that closed doors full stop for everybody?
Oh, you know I mean? Everyone that goes to Stamford Bridge, you mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
So does it mean is it just going to be just Real Madrid and is it just going to be the Real Madrid fans won't be able to come to that because obviously they're not doing any sales or tickets or anything like that. So I don't know what the score is on that, to be honest.
Wow. Yeah, you could be right there. You know, that could be played behind closed doors, and then
and then Chelsea go to Real Madrid.
But I don't even think Chelsea fans can buy tickets to go, can they?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Unless they already bought tickets as season ticket holders. If you gamble,
even like the Middlesbrough game, there was only like 600 and something fans that went to that game because it was only tickets that were pre-bought, so no new sales. So, but. I think they're appealing. They're talking with the government and that. Right. So maybe they'll probably get some.
There was talk. Well, there was talk that Chelsea may get point deductions, and then that talk kind of disappeared. There was a sense saying, you know, like
I think it was to do with because if they can't sell the club, then you're talking about administration, aren't you? Right. Because you know what I mean. But I don't think. I don't think there was talk of it, but I don't think it's going to happen, to be perfectly honest. Right. You know what I mean? And as I said, the situation is now.
The truth is, it's not that they can't sell the club. It's that the government or whoever is trying to dictate how the club is sold. And,
yeah.
And clearly they don't want it going into Russian ownership either. They don't want another Russian consortium. That's probably could be Abramovich in the dark room actually buying it again for himself.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, you've got a number of consortiums that are showing a lot of interest. I think the last one that came out, I think there's a family, the Ricketts family, who own I think it's the Chicago Cubs or something like that. But there's talk that the Chelsea, the Chelsea, what's the name, club, they supporters club are not happy about the Ricketts purchasing the club because I'm hearing something that the owner, the dad or whatever, sent out some racist tweet to do with Muslim whatever.
Wow.
So
always in it. It's
yeah. So
never a drama-free game.
There's that as well. So we don't know. So in terms of I think this Friday is when we will hear because everybody's. I mean, they're flown over.
Yeah.
They put in their bids and everything. So obviously, is the government going to go with the highest bid, or because they're going to have to do the proper, in terms of are these people eligible in terms of where they get money coming from?
This is our government, mate. They're going with the highest bid.
Right. Yeah.
Because you know what? Because this whole thing about the money getting put aside into a pot, who's controlling that pot? The whole thing stinks for me.
I don't know.
Yeah,
the Rain Group was the one that was Abramovich has handed it over for them to manage and sort out. Yeah, so they have got the people that are dealing with the business side of it. So he's left that the Rain.
But if you say that the man can get zero profits from this sale after all the money he's put into Chelsea without ever calling that debt in. I just don't get what's going on.
I don't know. I mean,
you know what I mean? It's like
$1.5 billion of his money in there,
right?
And he's pretty much written it off and said, "I don't want it back." But then the government wouldn't allow it anyway because then he's trying to call it back.
But Norm, $3 billion in anyone's coffer.
Craig.
Yes, Craig. What are you saying?
Better late than never, mate. My sister beat you. My sister beat you, so you lost out on your prize, man. Sorry. Yeah, man. Yes. So
$3 billion just getting put somewhere to do something with. That whole thing stinks. Yeah. You know what I mean? And maybe once they cherry pick who they want to buy it, maybe there's going to be more clarity into where the money's actually going to go. But I just think this government's going to just hide $3 billion in one coffers and then say, we'll use that money for the Ukraine. Nah, brother. I don't trust that at all. And as much as I have nothing to do with the Roman and the way he's.
I know it sounds a bit crazy, and I'm not here to knock anybody about what they spend and what money they've got or whatnot. But I mean, when you look at the situation with the economy, and this is not a political show, by the way. Interest rates going up, energy bills going up, and then you got these guys just coming over and say, "Yeah, man, I'll give you $2 billion, give you $3 billion," and I'm like, and these people suffering. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not being able to put two bob together. Do you know what I mean? It's a shame. It's a shame. But listen, at those kind of levels, that's what has to happen. You know what I mean? And they've got to sort it out and get it done quick, as you said, because if not, there was talk that they could go into administration, which it ain't going to happen, or points could be deducted. Yeah, because the club is going to basically run out of money. So they need to have a backup because they've seized these assets now. That's it.
Yeah, because they said that his yacht was seen sailing away very quickly.
Sailing away,
he probably thought, "Get my yacht out of here. I'll meet it wherever you take it. I'll meet it there." There you go.
Okay.
It's not selling to any bidder from a country that has sanctioned Russia. Oh.
Okay, so that's England. That's America.
Yeah, but Norms, that means that they're not forcing him to sell then. I thought they were saying under these conditions, you have to sell regardless. Well, so if he's been sanctioned to sell, how can he then dictate who can buy?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't, because what Chilly's saying here is that Roman said he's not going to sell to any bidder from a country that has sanctioned Russia. So thinking about the country that has sanctioned Russia.
Bare countries.
That's bare countries.
So it was for the Chinese, Norman.
I think Japan now.
That's what I'm saying.
On the bandwagon as well.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. This is interesting, mate. Thanks for that. Actually, that's interesting. We'll see what happens. We'll see where I go on with that still.
Yeah. But like I said, Norman, I actually didn't think he could dictate that, as in, okay, well, you guys were against Russia, so I'm not selling to you. I thought that they're saying, right, we're going to cherry pick or, interview all these buyers, and then we're going to decide who you're selling it to, and then the fee is the fee. But it's looking around the 3 billion mark, isn't it? Or thereabouts.
That's what I think. That's what he's looking at.
Yeah.
So, as I said, going back to the game, who are we saying? Put it in the chat. Chelsea, Real Madrid over 2 legs.
I'm going to say Real Madrid then, Norm.
You're going Real Madrid, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm tempted to say Real Madrid as well. If Dave obviously sees the stream at any point, he'll probably disagree. I think he would disagree. Yes, I would. I would take him. Darwin Núñez, baller from Benfica. Take him, yes, all day long. All day long.
Well,
yeah, go on, mate.
There's rumours that you guys might be looking at Ivan Toney as well.
Well, listen, the thing about the Arsenal fan base, yes, Mr. Brown, we are saying, bro. Yeah, big up to you, bro. The thing about it, Chile say Real Madrid.
Yeah.
You know what? Just with regards to Ivan Toney, I mean, look, in the last few games, he has been scoring, and he didn't score in the last game where they lost. But I would take him because he gives you a different option. Because he's good in the air. Yeah, he's good in the air. He's strong, he's tall, and obviously the strikers that we got right now, he's not banging any goals. 4 goals in the Premier League. 1 from open play. I think it's 4 or 5 goals. It's not good enough. And he knows the Premier League. I think he's a Liverpool supporter, though. I'm sure he's a Liverpool supporter.
Is
That's the only thing. Yeah, but he was running his gums at the start of the season when they beat us at the first game, and he was kind of just saying, "Well, boy, this is kind of easy. I wasn't expecting that. It wasn't an issue with me, scoring against Arsenal. You know what I mean? That's why I kind of expected it. He was running his gums a little bit. But listen,
I think that's his character, though.
He never missed a penalty, so he'd definitely be a penalty taker. But Núñez, I would go for that Núñez guy. I mean, the guy is banging in goals for Benfica right now. But then saying that, playing in the Portuguese league, comes over to the Premier League, could be a different kettle of fish. Yeah, I think he's banged something like 20 odd goals. It's mad. I mean, his goal per game is just mad. I think it's like 20 odd goals in like 28 games. He scored something like 25, 26 goals. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Craig. Put it in the chat. But yeah, I'll definitely take him. Because you need, and he's strong as well. He's strong as well. And I think this is probably why I think we may miss out on top 4, because we haven't got that striker to finish off the games. You know what I'm saying? Because we're relying on our midfielders like Martinez and ESR and Saka and Odegaard. We're creating chances. Yeah, we're just not putting them away. That is the problem. We're not putting them away.
Wait, you still got that 1 game in hand, Norman? On 54 points.
Yeah.
Who's that game against, Norm? Who's that game against?
That game in hand, that's going to be Chelsea, isn't it? Chelsea is our game in hand.
Oh, yeah, because Chelsea 28 as well.
Yeah. So over to Craig has got Chelsea. You're saying Real Madrid. Everybody else, put it in the chat. Who do you think will win over 2 legs? Will it be Real Madrid and Chelsea? We know that it's going to be we think it's going to be a Man City Liverpool semi-final. Bayern Munich will possibly meet either Real Madrid or Chelsea. It's a hard one to call, but I think Real Madrid might just edge it. But we'll wait and see. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, obviously, Real Madrid just got slapped up the other day, 4-0 against Barcelona.
Yeah.
Aubameyang scoring 2 goals. He's just banging them in. Just 9 goals now. 9 goals in 11 games. Ridiculous, man. We could have done with the geezer.
Oh my gosh.
Jay saying Chelsea. Yeah, so you know what I mean. So it's mad. But that I can't wait for that those ties. You know,
there's some good football there, man.
Yeah, some good football going on there.
Yeah,
and obviously somebody's going to lose out, somebody's going to drop points. So whether it's going to affect their Premier League form as well, that'd be another thing. Because as I said, we only what 4? How many points are we behind Chelsea? D? You said I think
you are 50 54 5.
5 points. Yeah,
5 points. Yeah, 54. They're on the same. So yeah, you beat them.
I think the way Arsenal are playing right now, you know, I don't fear going to club away games now. We got a good record with away games, and we do knuckle down and stay the whole course now. Do you know what I mean? Going away to Aston Villa, you know, after coming off the loss at home to Liverpool, which is our second loss. Third. Is it second loss? Third loss of the season because Chelsea beat us there, Man City, and now Liverpool. So we've lost 3 games. Yeah. We've lost 3 games at our ground. So we've still got a good record there. You know, so yeah. So that's going to be interesting over that period. So let me get rid of that and go back to the Premier League games now. Obviously, that night we faced Liverpool and lost 2-0. First off, you know, right now he is. That's true. He's the most informed striker right now in January.
That's money.
This is moving January
in Europe. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just doing the bee's knees. He's doing the bee's knees at the moment.
But it's a mindset though, you know, because I think in the end he decided that he don't want to play for Arteta. So his mindset towards Arsenal just changed with that as the manager.
But you know the strangest thing about it. I was reading today in an article that obviously, you know, Arteta and Aubameyang had their issues, but he gave a glowing endorsement for him to Xavi. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
So yeah, it's a mad thing. I read the article and he bigged them up and said, you know what I mean? He's said about his own character and everything, and said he would be good for your team. You know what I mean? But obviously it didn't work out for us. But we could have done with him now. But in hindsight, if he did stay with us, would he be still scoring the goals, or would it be that whole issue of what's going on the pitch, off the pitch? Would it have affected the way we are now? I mean, would you say, D, then, that with Aubameyang going, do you think it was better for us? What's your personal opinion on that? And guys,
this is the thing. If you make the top 4, then yes.
Yeah.
But if you miss out because you just needed that clinical striker, then you're questioning it, because I felt that he should have. Well, the owner should have brought someone in the January transfer window, because this has been going on. This back and forth has been going on for time. It's not like, oh, you got to the January window and in your mind he was still staying. Arteta didn't want to win anywhere near that first team squad. So
I mean, he didn't play for 2 months. He didn't play for 2 months.
So the owners or the board should have sanctioned him to get another striker. Even though we
was linked with that Vlahovic guy, but he wanted to go to Juve. Man, look at boy. He probably should have gone to Juve, mate, because right now they ain't doing too good right now. You understand? Yeah. But it is what it is. But we lose that game. Our third loss at home to Liverpool. First half, we matched them.
Steven,
but listen, you're talking another level now. When it comes to Liverpool, it's another level.
Old, isn't it?
Yeah, they just take their chances and they do the business. And I think Diego Jota, as usual, gets his goal against us in the 54th minute, and then he brings on. This is the difference. We're bringing on Eddie Nketiah. He's bringing on Firmino and Salah.
Yeah, and Salah, exactly. Yeah. And then Firmino scores.
Those are the levels. Yeah, that is the level. Big up, Chris. What are you saying, brother? This is
serious squad. Serious squad.
Caller, D. Caller, man. Caller. Yeah.
Come to the platform. Come and have a come to Jesus moment with the mans. You want to, Jay. You want to. Now, come and be the rose amongst the thorns. There once.
Yeah. You was chicken licking.
I wait for the Hammond organ to start grilling me up. You know,
right, listen. No, I mean, there's a lot of Europa League games there. I'm not too really bothered about the Europa yet. I'm not really. Yeah, I mean, they are. Yeah, the big up. Right, so we're just gonna quickly move on to the next game, which was Everton against Newcastle. Now, in that game, ex-Arsenal player Wolby, they're down to 10 man. They had their player sent off. Allen's got sent off. It was controversial. I think they tried to appeal it, but it didn't go through. He gets sent off in the 83rd minute. They're down to 10 men. Everton right now, and plus there was like a 15-minute delay. Obviously, there's this thing going around where people are going and tie themselves to the goalpost. I don't know if you've seen it.
You see that? Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing it. Some games they managed to do it. I think they did it at the Arsenal game. They did it at a couple of other games, and I think they tried to do it at the West Ham game, but they managed to grab the people and take them off the pitch. It's something to do with oil something or whatever it is. I don't know. Yeah.
But the one I saw, the cable strap that he used was like industrial. Like,
did you see the guy with the box?
He couldn't cut it, and I was thinking, what is he?
Man was about to take up his neck, bro.
Right, but there was one of them where I think the guy kind of punched him or something. There was one where the guy,
I think it was that game. Game.
Well, he punched him while he was still tied to the upright. Yeah, I was like, what is going on here? This is bad.
But it looks like they're infiltrating all the Premier League games.
Yeah.
And they're going around. I think the guy even posted on Insta that he was going to do it. So, I saw Insta. He did an Insta post and he said, like, you know, I'm going to do this. Is a big thing that I'm going to do. And I'm just gearing myself up to do it. And lo and behold,
it was a good 10, 15 minutes of drama.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get him a cut. Yeah.
Mate, Alex Iwobi in the 9th minute from extra time does the business.
99.
Links up with Dominic Calvin-Lewin, 1-2 in the back of the net. And I think Frank Lampard, he cheered so much. Apparently he broke his hand.
Did he?
Yeah, he broke his hand.
Because he knows he can get redemption, bro.
Yes.
Patrick Vieira.
Salute. Come on, D. Salute, man.
You
have to salute, bro.
Man's like Vieira, man.
Chile,
yeah, you know what I mean?
Come on, man. Salute this, bro.
Yeah.
You
know what? I miss them days. Vieira, Roy Keane in the tunnel. Vieira, Roy Keane on the pitch.
That's what you call rivalry. Rivalry.
That was real.
Now, obviously, this game, like D, because Everton right now having a bad time. You know, regards in the Premier League, but to do that, you know, barnstorming win, Frank breaking his hand, you know.
But you know what? The way they celebrated, it's like they won the league. You know, I was twisting the way they were celebrating.
Talking about celebrating, talking about celebrating. I mean, Arsenal being dug out. Salute! Come on, Chile, come on there. You know you like him, yeah?
Chile, as a fellow brother, you got to salute Patrick Vieira, man.
Come on, man. You have to, bro.
Just put aside the Arsenal thing. Man was a G. I love to watch him play. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I
know back in the day he was linked with Man United quite a lot.
He was, yeah. He was.
Worried about that.
I was like, man, you imagine Vieira and Keane. No, I think they were trying to get Vieira when they were trying to push Keane out when Keane fell out with 30.
Yeah.
So that would have been an ideal replacement.
Yeah. Now the thing is, Everton are fighting for their life, so that game really didn't matter to get that. As I said, with 10 men, Newcastle starting to fall off a little bit now. You know that winning streak has gone. I think now they've lost 2 games on the bounce now. And you know, against Everton, and I think their last game that they played, I'm sure they lost that as well. They're like 3 points above the relegation zone.
3 games in hand.
27.
2 games in hand, and this is why.
What are the 2 games in hand?
That I don't know, mate. I would be really guessing. Like, if anyone knows in the chat what Everton's 2 games in hand are.
Lampard is a plum.
He's a plum, not the man to take.
The man not to take them to the new highs. I'd have to agree with him. Yeah, I did. I saw his interview. Man. I saw his interview. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Chili.
Yeah, true that. Proper baller, man.
Chris says he tries not to watch it, but you know what? I think there's a lot of people. I think that we got games in hand. Yeah, games in hand FC. That's what we call, man. Games in hand FC. Yeah. But there's a lot of people that resent Frank because I think of how quick he's got into the game and managing. You know what I mean. Some people
for me, he's very privileged to have got that job.
Yeah.
He kind of has you a little bit. Wow, he just got another big job like that in the Premier League. But then, like a lot of people have said, if he gets these guys relegated, would a Premier League club touch him in the next 10 years after that?
It was just what I'm saying, mate.
Maybe not. Maybe
man
not.
Gets sacked. He gets sacked from. No, that was the other way. I think it was Dean, innit? Dean Smith got sacked from. Who did he get sacked from? And then he's going to get Norwich relegated.
Yeah, he got sacked from Villa. Yeah, and he's gonna relegate. I mean, that's a bad day at the office for the whole year. You know what I mean? You get fired and then the club you go to, you relegate them. Because for me, Norwich are gone. 29 games, 17 points, they're gone for me.
Yeah.
That's over.
100%.
Goal difference minus 45.
Burnley, I mean, look, Sean Dyche, innit? He probably knows how to get these guys out of trouble. I mean, they played the same amount of games as Everton. They're only I see Everton, even though they scored in that game and got that winner, and it kind of galvanized them. But then they go and get slapped by Crystal Palace 4-0.
Yeah, and they still have a worse goal difference than Burnley, even though they've got the same amount of games in hand.
Yeah.
So Sean Dyche is a master at doing that. At just getting out of it, getting out of jail.
Yeah.
And so I look at that and say, I think goal difference is going to pull someone into that relegation.
Yeah.
If you go down by goal difference rather than points, man, that hurts, doesn't it?
That fight, the relegation battle, that's going to be. I'm looking forward to that. It's just going to be swings and roundabouts. I think between the person that's third from bottom, that's where I think the changes are going to happen. I think Burnley might pull themselves out of it. Yeah. Watford right now at the moment, they're sitting third from bottom. They played more games.
I'm looking at it now. So Burnley played 27 on 21 points. Watford played 29 on 22 points. Watford are in the mud,
Yeah.
Because Burnley now have to grind out them 1-0s. And as awful as there's been, you know what I mean? It's just like Burnley.
Mikel says Burnley will fight against Everton. Burnley don't concede much and don't score much, but Everton lead goals, and that's the thing. Because they've got a strong defence, I think that's what's probably going to get them through this.
And a better goal difference than Everton, which is mad.
Yeah, I'm going to come to that in a minute, Craig. Yeah, just coming back to the Premier League.
Yeah,
Leeds and Wolves. Did you see that game?
No,
mate. I don't. If anybody on there saw that game, right?
Just the highlights.
It was mad.
And I know the highlights is not the same when you're watching the highlights. It's not.
Listen, I've seen.
But they were 2-0 up, weren't they? Wolves were 2-0 up.
They won 3. Yeah, they were 2-0 down.
Yeah,
away to Wolves. Yeah, away to Wolves. Yeah,
2-0 down.
And the defending in the first half was naive, to say the least. Yeah, I just saw Bielsa 2 happening there. Yeah, it was Bielsa 2 because they just could not defend, and I thought, Wolves have got this. 2-0, they'll come out second half and just put them to bed. Now, in the
that red card, the red card.
That red card.
He's annoying.
That was a bit contentious because, Bruno Lage was saying it was coming together of two. It was his second yellow. And what a lot of people were saying is that maybe he should have sort of pulled out of the tackle.
Of a 50-50.
It's a 50-50 ball.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? You're not being funny. You're expecting your striker to go for a 50-50 ball. That's what you're paying him for. To get them scrappy ones. And so, there's a lot of people saying it was a harsh red card. And it changed, and it did change the dynamics of the game, Sure.
I mean, the quality-wise, as I agree with Mikel, it was terrible. Quality-wise, football was terrible, but it was exciting. It was just typical Leeds. And listen, after Jimenez went off, Jack Harrison gets the goal in the 63rd minute, first goal. 3 minutes later, Rodrigo Moreno gets that goal. And then in the 90th minute, 91st minute, Luke Hayling. Yeah. His celebration was a bit dry. He was trying to do a Robbie Fowler thing, but it didn't work out.
But you know what, Norm? The truth is, the way Leeds play, you have to have expected them to score against a team going down to 10 men. Because like you say, they don't defend, they just attack. It's just that, just go for it, go for it. That kind of gun-ho, if we score, we score. If we concede while we're trying to score, then so be it. Yeah. And so, like you said, score them 3 goals. Score the 3 goals when Wolves down to 10 men. You know, you can't really say it was a surprise because that's how they play. They're just going to go for it. They're thinking, okay, we smell a bit of blood there. Let's just do it.
But even at 2-0 down. Do you think they will? Do you think Leeds? I mean, do you think they will go down? Do you think the way they're playing, or do you think they're? I mean, how many points they're on now? What are Leeds?
So they're on. They've played 30 on 29 points and a horrendous goal difference of minus 33. They're only worse.
They're 7 points clear of Watford.
Yeah.
Obviously, they played one more game than Watford.
Yeah. And and only relegated Norwich have a worse goal difference than them.
Right.
The bottom half there, yeah.
Yeah.
29 points. So they're still what? 29 is still 11 points short of safety, as they would say, that 40-point mark.
Yeah.
But you know what? Did they really have a new manager's back?
Do you think they will be safe?
You just don't know, do you?
They will be safe?
Because they're so inconsistent, Norm. It's like you wouldn't put your house on it, would you? With
yeah.
Because like you would have hoped that they would have changed that gun ho mentality, and because for me, like you say, Bielsa 2.0 at the moment. The way they're still conceding.
It was like what it was like watching Bielsa Mark 2. I'm not gonna lie, it literally was. It was.
I didn't actually watch the whole game, just the highlights, and then
I saw that. Back. Yeah,
so it's always hard to judge a game from the highlights because it's literally highlights rather than did they really deserve that win? And would they have got that win if Jimenez had stayed on the pitch? And I doubt it. I doubt they would have won that game if Wolves were still with their full.
I think that was a Friday. That was a Friday night game.
That's right. Yeah.
It was a Friday night game. Listen, we'll wait and see. I think Wolves are pretty much safe. So you know, what I mean, well, they are safe, but it's not pretty much. They are safe because they're probably going to end up getting the. That was their chance to probably try and still challenge for top 4.
Yeah.
But no, I was willing on. I'm not going to lie. I was willing Leeds to win that game. Do you know what I mean? But I thought 2-0 down. There's no way they're going to come back from this. Yeah. But they do the business. As I say, they go down to 10 men, and Leeds do what they do. Yeah. You know,
because if you look at Wolves as well, they don't really score much. Norm. Their goal difference is +5.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
but
ours is +8. So we're not even the double figures, mate. Big old Man United, you know what I mean. And you send man like Martial and all them man on loan. Man, don't really get me started. Wow.
Right. Never mind. Listen, after obviously getting a beating from Liverpool, I wouldn't say we got our bellies tickled. It's just that 2 goals we let them in the sense of it was 2 goals that could have been avoided. Near post for Ramsdale. I think sometimes you've got to be switched on.
Yeah,
and you can't be letting a goal in there. And then there's the second goal. It was like Keystone Cops, and then Firmino went the second goal. Yeah, you know what I mean? We've got to sort that side of it out. Absolutely got to sort that side.
That calamity defending against strong attacking
from that game, that's why I'm thinking our mentality has changed a lot. Arsenal's mentality has changed a lot, and I think from that game you're now going into an Aston Villa game. Aston Villa are kind of up and down, but it's a tough ground to go to. We haven't really done well in the past there, but we go there early. 12:30 kickoff. Arteta was having a little bit of a moan with the congestion, the fixture congestion, and the fact that we're playing so quick soon after, playing a Wednesday night game, But then some people say you've got to get used to it because if you get the Champions League,
that's it. Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday.
Yeah, and I know Conte had a little dig at him as well. But Conte needs to mind his business. Yeah, Conte needs to mind his beeswax. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we go to Aston Villa, early kickoff, and we pretty much controlled that game. And we kept Coutinho quiet.
Yes. He got pocketed, boy. Big time.
He got dragged. They bring on Danny Ings, and now Danny Ings is notorious to score against us. But we pretty much control the game. And the problem is, as I said, if we had a clinical striker, I think we win that game by more than one goal. But Saka comes up, scores a 2,000th goal for Arsenal, which is man
like Saka, boy.
And I think they're in the process of
you watch one of them Spanish teams come after him.
Well, listen,
give it another 2 years.
He's got 2 years left on his contract. We're in talks with him. I think we're in talks with him to. I think they're looking at 120,000 now. So I don't know what he's currently on now, but I think they want to up it to 120,000.
How old is he, Nobs?
Saka is. I don't know if he's even 20 yet.
Right, boy, that's peach.
I think he's even 20 yet. He might be 20.
120 grand. At that age, is peach.
Yeah, boy. Listen.
But that's a going rate, though, Norm. You know, they want to keep a player like that. Yeah, that is on the rise.
And the problem is, I suppose, where the worry is for me is that we need to make Champions League to keep these kind of players, because what will happen is Saka's going to have, in terms of ambitions, same with ESR, same with Martinelli. You know what I mean? When you've got mans like Klopp sniffing around him every time he comes to a game, somehow he's got his arms around him.
Yeah, that's right, Snakey, isn't
it? With him Kinty, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So to knock him out for that. That's rubbish. That is. What is that, bro? It's like you can't be doing that.
I'm tapping up the players now.
Yeah, you're doing that live on TV. On live
on TV.
Game. You're not even trying to do that. Say, come for a drink after the game. And you do that. Bare face on the pitch.
Yeah. So I'm pleased that we went away to Aston Villa, because a game like that. 20, right?
That's a good win. That is a good win.
Yeah,
20 years old, mate.
20 years old. Young, got so much time.
Yeah, man. He's got a good 12 years.
Yeah,
he stays fit.
So we need to lock him down. We're not being haters. Yeah, we're not being no haters. Yeah. If you want to do your due diligence, and do you want
to come to the table and break bread with the mans? What's wrong, gents? Come on, man, come true.
Oh yeah, man.
Let's chop it up, gents. Let's chop it up live. Come on, man. You know you want to.
Yeah, no, Ian, absolutely agree with you. They need to sort it out quick. You know what I mean? No schooling. You know what I mean? I don't want to be come the summer, sign the team. I don't want to be saying sign the team. Yeah, the team needs to be signed now. You understand?
And you can't downplay it as well, Norm. They can't downplay him in the way he's progressing.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, Real Madrid
he's one of the best. He's one
of the best 80 million
in Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, stop at 80 million. So here you go. Here's 80 million. We'll take him off your hands. Yep.
Okay. Craig is saying Phil Foden is the best young talent in the Premier League in Europe. Does anybody agree with that?
Stockport Iniesta, mate. Phil Foden. He's a lucky boy, Phil Foden.
Agree with that? Is Phil Foden the best young talent in the Premier League in Europe? How many goals has he got in the Premier League, by the way? I think Saka's got 9 in it.
That's it.
Or 8. How much has Phil Foden got? I think it's because, obviously, if you look at who Phil Foden's playing for, you know what I mean? Look, them guys, they're on another level. Jay says she doesn't agree. Do you agree that Saka's the best in Europe? Let me know, guys. Put it in the chat. Craig is saying Phil Foden is the best. He's good. I'm not saying. I'm not going to deny that he's a good player. I mean, I would have him on my side any day. Yeah, any day. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, it's interesting. I mean, is he in the England side as well? Has he been called up?
I would think so. Plus
and his assist as well. Saka's assist as well. So but listen, Foden is a fantastic player. It's a hard one to call, man. I think when you listen to other people, they kind of split on it. You know what I mean? I'm going to be biased because obviously I'm Arsenal, so I'm going to say Saka. But Phil Foden is an absolute baller as well. You know what I mean? He's definitely an absolute baller. I'd say Ireland is the best in Europe. Well, listen, nobody's going to deny that. Yeah, I mean, I think is he going to go to City? What is it, 500 G's? Is that what he's asking?
Oh yeah, because you know he has to split that. He got to split that that money with his dad and his agent.
Right.
As in they both take a cut from his sale.
Okay.
So the old man wants his P's, and then the agent is the agent, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't get how that works. You know what I mean? As in that it's almost like he's got two agents. His dad and the next man is kind of mad. Why do you need two agents? But
with saying that as well, because obviously that weekend our game was the only Premier League game on that weekend. Because you had the FA Cup quarterfinals, or it would have been I think the fifth round. Yeah, 500k every Friday, boy.
Right, imagine.
You know what I mean? Every
That's
Friday,
insane,
you could buy the chain to your 5 Fridays, isn't it? Jeez.
Right.
FA Cup, Middlesbrough 0, Chelsea 2. Middlesbrough getting knocked out of that. So
Timberland scored in that, Norm.
Timberland scored in that as well.
Timberland opened the scoring in the 15th minute.
Scores. He's happy with that. And Akim Ziyech in the 31st minute.
Yeah.
And they beat Middlesbrough 2-0. And then talking about the other cup quarterfinals, Crystal Palace 4, Everton 0. They got absolutely slapped. And I know Chile had said that my man was vexed. He was vexed in that.
He would have been in his feelings in that pre-interview. Not pre. I mean, after interview. Man. I'm surprised he
was. Yeah, he was absolutely vexed. You know what I mean?
I'm surprised he never sent out his first team coach.
Right. Southampton. This mad one. So I was watching the Southampton game, and I was thinking. I think I switched off the TV. I posted it. If Leeds lead boots.
Right.
If lead boots Maguire's in the squad, then Foden will have to be included.
Lead boots Maguire. No, it's a Samson. It's a Samson smart fridge, but Samson.
Well, you called it. You called it. I mean, the only difference is that my man didn't make it in there, so Rashford didn't make it in, but Maguire in there all day long in the England side. Do you know what I mean? Go on, say that. Say what you say.
No. I was gonna say Rashford just dipped on holiday, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I'm out then. So
yeah, you know what I mean. Southampton 1, Man City 4,
and Southampton actually didn't score. And it was an own goal, wasn't it?
It was an own goal. But the joke was, I've kind of like, I think it was they went in 1-1 at half time.
Yeah.
And I came back. I switched on the TV, and I'm like, what? Literally, there was a penalty in the 62nd minute. The Ryan Sterling got the first goal in the 12th minute. Then obviously they went in at 1-1, didn't they?
Yeah, half time. Yeah.
And then literally 3 more goals later.
Yeah,
in the story, mate. In the story, so they win that game 4-1. Liverpool go to Nottingham Forest. And beat them 1-0. I'll tell you, Nottingham Forest, they're a very good side.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gunning for the playoffs. I think they do well. I think they probably will make it into the Premier League. You know, they're a very good side to watch. Their manager, who looks like he's on something. If you've seen the Nottingham Forest manager, the man looks like he's half asleep, but he's not. You know what I mean? He's like, But I can't talk because they beat us 1-0. So. And knocked us out.
And they held Liverpool for nearly 80 minutes as well.
That's what I'm trying to say. And then
they held them. I was
you got Jota.
The one
does it again. Do you know what I mean? This guy just pops up and always gets those important goals. And so they go. So I think going back to what Craig was asking about who's our money on, in terms of the FA Cup. Now that we've know what the actual semi-finals are now, it's Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Man City, Liverpool, both to be played. To be confirmed. You got 16th of April, obviously at Wembley. Chelsea, Crystal Palace. What do you reckon in that game?
you cannot write off Palace right now.
You can't right now.
No.
Patrick is doing a really good job with them.
I mean, just quickly, what's your thoughts on this playing rather than playing them at obviously this game for me
neutral ground?
This the
you kind
Chelsea,
of
like for me, City Liverpool should be played at Old Trafford, and this one should be played at either your ground or Tottenham ground.
Yeah,
and then it makes Wembley.
Final.
Yeah, it makes Wembley special then.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't get that.
You know what it is? It's money, isn't it? Wembley, they need that.
Yeah, always.
I didn't like it because it kind of takes away that. You know what I mean?
You know, back in the day when you're going to Wembley, you're going to Wembley for a final, not a semi.
Yeah, not a semi.
And I hate that they do this. I think they kill it for me.
Yeah,
that's just me personally. You know what I mean? Obviously, it helps the businesses in London having 2 big games down there on any given weekend, because it's normally Saturday and Sunday, isn't it? It's normally
that's right. That's
back to back weekends.
So what we saying then? Craig asked the question: who's our money on? What are we saying?
Low key, I'm saying Blue Manx and Crystal Palace, mate, in the final. Blue Manx, Crystal Palace in the final.
Man City, Crystal Palace in the final. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I
can't have Liverpool doing a quadruple. Can't have
we'll come to that as well. Yeah, no, I don't want that either.
Nah, mate. You'll never hear the end of it, Norm. You have to go sleep in the spare room and everything.
I know. Yeah, definitely. I have to move out, bro. Right, sleep in the spare room.
Be like, K, I'm coming around, man.
So we're going Crystal Palace, Man City in the final. That suits me, sir. that suits me. Yeah. You're shocked. Yeah, that's right. You be shocked. Yeah, I'd like that. But you know what? I would say I'm going to go Chelsea, Man City.
Chelsea, Man City.
Yeah.
You know what? The reason why I say Palace, I think it would be a great story for Patrick Vieira.
Yeah, 100%, mate.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great story for him. And I mean, he got some nice cats there, boys. Some of these guys he's got at Palace.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of their players have made it in the what's the player that's just made it into the England squad? There, I think is a left back or left midfielder.
Oh, Mitchell. Is it Mitchell?
Yeah,
no?
Yeah,
Mitchell. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's made it into the squad, which is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got a good young side there. You know, so we'll see what happens. With that, but yeah, I'm going Chelsea, Man City.
Chelsea, Man City. Fair enough.
For that game.
Yeah.
I was a left back, right?
Left back.
Right.
Okay.
Right. The Watford Everton game was postponed because obviously Everton had the FA Cup thing, which truly got slapped. Mate, I need some Andrews. Yeah. Have you seen the new merch? Have you seen Arsenal new merch? Oh gosh, man. Listen, man. It's worse than the Tottenham's kit. Put it that way.
Is it? What the one that Chile was wearing the other week?
Yeah, the one that was wearing the other week. Oh yeah, man. I don't know what these guys are on, man.
Chile.
Yeah, it's apparently I can't remember what they said, but it's to represent something, whatever it is. But mate, I wouldn't be wearing that. I'll tell you that now. Yeah, I wouldn't be wearing that. Yeah.
Well, you know what? This is what these clubs are.
You probably wear that top. You probably wear that top at like like a Notting Hill Carnival.
Right. Yeah.
It's a little bit on the bright side. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a little bit on the bright side, but nah, not me. Sorry. Not me. They're always dropping merch though. That's the problem with Arsenal.
Yes.
Constantly dropping merch.
Same as us lot.
Eh?
Same as us lot, man.
Yeah.
We got a new training kit logo now. Away from this one, we got our next kit with a Tuso or something on it. I can't remember now. And I'm like, these guys are something else.
If I could find the picture, you'll see what I'm saying. You'll probably not eat your dinner tonight, man. It is a mess, the merch. But yeah, let me go back. I diverse, or shall I say, let's go here. Leicester 2, Brentford 1. they're getting back on the track now. And I think, let's see. Yeah, who scored for them? Madison, lovely free kick. And Timothy Castana, if I could say his name. I think he's the defender. No, he's not defender. He's the midfielder, sorry. To the lie. They win that game 2-1. Johan Wieser gets a 85th minute goal, but consolation kind of thing. But Leicester winning that game 2-1. And then we come to Tottenham, West Ham 3-1. Tottenham, West Ham felt the effects of that. Was obviously playing in Europa on the Thursday against Sevilla, getting through Antonio looked out on his feet, mate.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He was sucking some serious oxygen, man. And this is where the squad depth really hurts them.
Yeah.
In the run, because they've stayed longer in Europe than they probably imagined they would, maybe.
Yeah. The cap kicker getting their own goal in the 9th minute. And then Minson.
Did you see the way he kicked the ball at Son? And Son went down like he got shot. It was like, what is this?
You know what I mean? Son getting 2 goals in that game. Didn't get his hat trick, but they basically took West Ham apart. Again, Harry Kane getting another assist. I mean, these two now, the assist record between these two in goals.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
You know, as a duo, they're topping it now, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and they really have come into form. You know what I mean? They really have come into form.
I literally put them both into my fantasy league team last week, and they hooked me up with bare points. You know what I mean? So I was impressed.
I'm just a little bit. Don't want to say it, a little bit worried. I think when they do go on their international duties, just a little hamstring tweak, we'll just nothing too serious. A bit of muscle cramp, Because
and for me as well, this international break. This break is at such a poor time of the season.
Yeah,
I can't stand the way they do it, man. It kills it for me. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my gosh,
stops the momentum, doesn't it?
Just some things we get due to. You know what I mean? Like 2 weeks of no football, it's like, well, for us 3 weeks of no football because we didn't play in the last game week. So I'll be like, come on.
So listen, that's the end of the Prem review, and let's just quickly touch on a couple of things that I spoke about. I was going to talk about the ref watch, the Jimenez situation. I think he was a little bit unlucky.
Yeah, I think a bit hard that was.
Yeah, it was a little bit unlucky in that game. And I think there was another referee decision that happened. I'm just trying to find. I think it was a tackle. I think it might have been a tackle Mins on Saka, because if you looked at the back of his ankle, it was all bloodied up.
Oh right.
You know what I mean?
Proper stuff.
What was this one? Yeah, I wasn't too happy about that. But I'm just looking to see whether the referee, when they looked at Dermot Gallagher's verdict on it, and I think he was saying that where was it? I think he was talking about the Jean Moutinho challenge on Stuart Dallas. It should have been a red card, so he got away with it.
Yeah.
And there was another one, I think it was a Tottenham one, but I can't find it. But the Aston Villa one, where my man did a tackle on Saka. Dermot is saying it's a yellow card. Some people felt it was a red card.
Straight, yeah. I mean, I think he was lucky.
Big up, Chris.
Yes, Chris, take care, man.
Yeah.
I think he's down the pitch there, no?
Sure. Yeah. So, so it was a yellow card. But as I said, VAR, they really need to sort it out. As I said, they come the summer, they need to sit down, probably, as I said, get some ex-footballers in there.
Yeah, but I said, Norm, a few weeks ago, I said, we have to use it the same way as the rest of Europe. And we're not. We always want to be different here in this country for no reason. So it's like, if it's a thing, that because then when our teams go and play in Europe, they moan about the way VAR's being used over there. But all the European countries are using VAR the same way, apart from us. We are literally Brexit FC.
Everybody else is consistent, but we just every week, there's some sort of controversy. What I mean, so it's a bit of a mad one, but they need to sort it. But talking about referees, what's his name is going now, isn't he? Mr. Is it who's the referee that's going? I decided him on my thingy.
What is retired?
Yeah. We were talking about it just a minute ago. Wasn't it? What's his name? I think Mike Dean. Yeah, I think Mike Dean.
Yeah, I think he was shown at Tranmere Rovers in the crowd apparently.
Yeah,
and he was inciting the crowd, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think it was last season when Tranmere. I don't know if they needed to win that game.
Yeah,
to either stay up or something. It was I can't remember exactly.
And he was blatantly inciting the crowd, wasn't he?
Hey, I've just seen the breaking news here. Chelsea fans able to buy certain match tickets after license amended. I think more details to follow. Chelsea are operating under special government license after the UK sanctioned owner Roman Abramovich. Fans can purchase tickets games and women's fixtures, but not for the old Premier League games. So that's just broke. So when you get off this street,
how much does that ground hold, Norm? What's that hold there? 45,000 Stamford Bridge. How much?
40, I think it's about 41,000.
41,000. Right.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money you're missing out on, on home games.
Yeah, no, 100%.
A lot of money. What?
100%.
Probably £1 million for a home game.
Yeah,
you put in the Merc, food, tickets, parking.
Yeah.
It's just parking around there. I suppose most of them the tube, don't they?
Games.
Wow, it's mad.
So that's mad. Dermot Gallagher, say he's going to be hanging up his boots at the end of the season. Right character he is. A lot of Arsenal fans don't like him. Maybe I don't know if it's for your side whether you like him or not, but he's something like 550 odd games over a 20 odd year period. I think he started in 22 years, 2000. I think he's only
fair play.
How old is he? 50 something.
And he's got a lot of big games over the years.
He's
got to referee a lot.
He's dished out 114 or 140 red cards. I think it's 114 over two. Okay, guys, quick one. How many? And don't go on your app and look at a guess to the nearest 1,000. How many yellow cards has Mike Dean dished out? How many yellow cards has Mike Dean dished out?
Wow.
Give you 10 seconds to put it in the chat. Yes, Mr. Kirk, bro. How many cards do you think is this like yellow cards? Quickly put it in the chat. And let me know. But while you're doing that, while you're going on Google,
get it.
1,078. No, Kirk said 259. You need to put a 0 in between that 2 and 5, and it's kind of near that figure. Ian saying 500, mate. I think the amount that is dished out is 2,023 or 29 yellow cards.
That's mad.
Check it out.
It just shows you how often he made certain games about him. Them ones. Yeah.
This guy loved to dish out a card. He did love to dish out a card, man. You know what I mean? He did love to dish out a card. Right. Just quickly. Now, I just want to come onto this quickly subject. Another sort of 10, 15 minutes and we'll dash. Ronaldo, D. Keeping Ronaldo at Man U. Will this have a positive or negative effect on the club this summer? What are your thoughts on that?
Wow. The thing, if he stays, what is he going to refuse to play Europa League football? If he stays, what I mean?
He stays regardless of whatever happens.
But this is what can't happen, Norman. That you keep him, and then every time we have a Europa League game, he's injured, and then you see him on the plane eating Rob's crock pot soup in Portugal. Like that can't work for me. So for me, like I'd just rather him go. And that's no hate for what he's done, but I think if we're going to move forward, you can't be moving forward with him at that age. I just don't see us.
You're in talks with Ten Hag at the moment, yeah. I mean, obviously Pochettino. You've got Luis Enrique, but he's currently managing the Spanish side.
Yeah, you'd have to wait to January for Luis Enrique. And do you wait to January for him? You know, as in let him get the World Cup.
But that means then you have to stick with Rangnick
with Ralph till January. Yeah, it sounds like Ralph has been kept out of the mix. Like now that they're just kind of.
I'm hearing that.
Yeah. And this is ex-Man United players stirring that pot. You know, especially Gary Neville. Like he's giving him backhanded compliments and then taking them back in the next breath almost. It's like, yo, you know what? This ain't about Ralph. You know, I think Ralph tried to implement some stuff, and these guys, whether it's mentally they can't play this style of football, or physically they don't want to. And this is always the problem when I said, when you come out and say this is the interim of the interim, he'll be gone in the summer. So players are like, well, he'll be gone before me.
If he stays, if he stays, it's going to cause a problem for the manager that's coming in, based on the style of football that you want to see Man U playing, and what Rangnick wants, and what probably Ten Hag is going to do, maybe even to a point Pochettino, because I can't see. Even if you get in, say, okay, make top four, you play in the Europa League, right? I know you've said in the past that if he ends up if the club ends up, only making the Europa League, he's dashing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's gone, but he said he wants to stay. Yeah. I just think, like, you have to remember, Martial's only on loan, right? So Martial is coming back unless these guys say, okay, we got him on loan. What do you want for him? And they pay the asking price, which is highly unlikely, because teams are going to want to negotiate, especially if it's been on loan. And Martial doesn't want to come back, so that's a problem for me. Cavani has to go. Cavani's been absolutely worthless this season. I'll be like, nah, bro, done with that, because it's almost like, when does he play, rather than how many games has he played. So for me, Cavani's gone. I don't know. I just think we're not gonna. I don't think we progress keeping running. But then what it does, right, Norm, it saves the owners putting their hands in their pockets to go and buy a striker.
And I'm hearing as well that the spend this summer is not going to be the spend that you expect. That's what I'm hearing. Because
Tom Brady re-signed for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are owned by the Glazer family. So the best quarterback in NFL history resigns for their team, all conveniently being flown over here, meeting Ronaldo after the game. Ronaldo giving the son his hat trick t-shirt. So his hat trick shirt. The very next day, my man comes out of retirement and goes back to Tampa Bay, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I think I said to Leon on our WhatsApp group, there goes half of our transfer budget on Tom Brady's new contract. I was vexed. I was like, rubbish, absolutely rubbish. So,
and I know Gary Neville has kind of come out and expressed his concerns that if Ronaldo is gonna stay, then he's gonna have to accept not playing every game, maybe playing every other game, sitting on the bench. And is he going to be prepared to sit on the bench, or is he going to throw his toys at the pram?
Yeah. Even what Scott said here, Norman, he's absolutely spot on here. Is that the players we have on the wide positions do not play to Ronaldo's strengths, and this is why he's been frustrated all season. Where when they were starting Greenwood and Rashford, Greenwood on the right, Rashford on the left, both of them man's cut in and shoot rather than cross, and so he kept dropping deep to try and create for himself. Dropping deep, hit the ball up, and you're like, nah, you're getting in the way of the midfield now. You're getting in the way of what Bruno's supposed to be doing as that advanced midfielder, and so it just don't work if you don't put out and out wingers on the wings to be whipping balls in for him. It don't work with Ronaldo for me now. And the Premier League is so much quicker than what he left. And yeah, man, he can't play every week for me. He can't play.
Well, I'd say with your club, it's all about the merch, though, isn't it? It's
exactly.
all about.
We are commercial FC, man. Moments FC, Commercial FC.
Yeah, commercial. Sentiments FC, you name it.
Yeah, Favorites FC.
Oh, for you, it's a negative.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The club needs to move on from him.
I do respect what he's done, though.
Okay, so if he goes, then if he does go, okay, you would like him to go. Who would you replace him with?
Harry Kane.
Okay, you hear that, Chile? Yeah. Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, bro. Because United always used to do this. Like, they would never be, Harry Kane's the best English striker. We want to keep it English. And then you offer disrespectful for him. You offer a 60 million or something. You're like, well, no, bro. He's not going to go for 60 mil. I just say you make an offer that turns leave his head and you get Harry Kane. Otherwise,
what sort of money are we talking? What sort of money are we talking? Harry Kane. Because last summer,
Harry Kane is commercial as well. He's the England captain. So for Harry Kane, you drop 110 mil and you go after the England captain because bare mans that are England fans are going to buy that merc for Harry just because he's at United now. So that's me. It's a no-brainer. Otherwise, you're left with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Richie Allison maybe, or you go to Europe. You know what I mean? Harry's a one-man club, Scott thinks. Okay. You know what, Scott? The money talks, mate. Comes to Old Trafford, they drop a 400 grand a week on him and give him the captain's armband from Harry. Trust me, he's coming.
400 grand. Harry Kane is what? He's going to put what? But is he in what? Is he 28, 29?
I think it's 29.
Geez.
Listen, if Harry comes and brings us back to the promised land, then it's worth it, bro, isn't it? I think you either throw the dice on Harry or you look to Europe for maybe the guy at Ajax. He was at, where was he? And he wasn't playing that well. Where was he before that? Haller.
Yeah. He was at
he was in the Premier League,
wasn't he? He was at West Ham, wasn't he?
Right. And then gone out there.
He didn't kind of work out for him.
Yeah.
But he goes to Ajax and look what he's doing now.
Yeah. But then, that's what I would say. You either go big with Harry Kane or you bring a couple of young strikers in and spend about 80 million on 2 young strikers. You bring Martial back. You start Martial. You give him the chance to start, and he ain't doing
too well at Sevilla at the moment. He's not ripping up trees at the moment.
And apparently, he's publicly said that he doesn't want to come back to Man United.
Right.
But 400Ks and that's it's all nuts, Scott. It's all monopoly money, bro. We know this. but this is Liverpool problem right now with Mo.
With Mo Salah.
I want them peas. I've earned them peas. Pay me.
Yeah.
But then like Liverpool,
you need to pay up. Liverpool, Jay,
pay him his money.
Liverpool, Kofi, calling you all out, mate. Just give the man the money. Or he ends up going to Real Madrid. Simple things. Or PSG.
Yeah. You imagine?
Yeah. So just give the man the money, and
he's probably feeding several families. You know them ones. Chilly. It ain't over till the slim lady sings. I'm not going to say the other one until the slim lady sings.
Oh boy. Okay, he's trying to go for the golden boot because he's trying to go for the golden boot because that's the only trophy he's going to win.
Right, but here you go, Norms. If United go for the easy option and sign Poch, does Poch go after Harry Kane? There you go. Come on, Chile. Does Poch go after Harry if he comes to United? Does he say, I'm coming to United on one condition, you bring me in Harry Kane?
I mean, he needs to go to a club. Yeah, at the moment, they haven't got ambition at the moment, but he does need to go to a club that's got ambition.
Yeah.
He needs to go to a club that's got ambition, and at the moment, yes, he would.
It's true. I actually think, and because Poch, I think Poch may be easier to deal with than Ten Hag because Poch never really put demands on Daniel Levy. He just made do and figured stuff out, and whatever money he got in the windows, he just got it rather than rearing up like what Conte will do. Like if Conte don't get his money in the summer, you're going to see a different Conte there. he's going to lose his mind, and he's going to lose his mind in public, in interviews. So, it's a tough one. I think if we get Poch, I don't want Poch. I'm going to be honest with that. You know what I mean? And if he comes and proves me wrong, then fair enough. I'll apologize. But I think Poch misses window with us. But if Poch does come, because it's the easy option for them to deal with, then Poch might insist on Harry. He might, because like I say,
someone's going to be really interested. That's what
I'm actually excited for the summer, just to see what we do, regardless of where we finish. What do we do? But I think United are going to go for Ten Hag. Yeah, if they're smart, Chile, we'll go for Ten Hag. But then what will happen is Ten Hag will demand a director of football, because Ten Hag's all about structure. So he won't want. He's not going to have. What's his name?
Isn't Ragnick the director of football then? What is
he's going to be a consultant, bro. Now, I said this midway through the season when they fired Ollie. I said, get Ragnick in as a interim to the end of the season. He becomes director of football. Ten Hag comes in, and you start to rebuild the football side of the club. Forget the commercial side. The commercial side is fine. You start to rebuild the football side.
But it doesn't seem like I'm hearing again. It doesn't look like they're involving him in the process of the.
Exactly.
I'm hearing that as well. I'm hearing they're keeping him in the dark. They're just telling him get on with the football side, coach the side, and whatnot. And what's going on there as well?
But you have to remember, Darren Fletcher was part of the interview panel for Rangnick to come into the club. Darren Fletcher. He was coaching under 16s at Stoke, bro. Let that sink in. The under 16s at Stoke. What right does this man? I'm getting vexed in my spirit right now. This dude is mad. And I'm like, no. This cannot work. Darren Fletcher needs to have nothing to do with this process. And the mere fact he sits on the bench trying to give Ten Hag and the other coach advice. Are you mad, fam? Sit down. Go up to the stands or something. Take off that tracksuit. Yeah, I can't take him seriously, man. Darren Fletcher, nah, not for me.
I saw him the other day. I think he got sent off or something. He got a yellow card. Yeah,
I'll tell you no. It showed you how in the mud we are, because you've got Matt Judge there. You've got Richard Arnold there. Fletcher. Rangnick. I mean, we are top heavy with people all having a say.
Heavy, man. Top heavy.
You just need structure. Like, you see, Ten Hag coming from him and Van der Sar. Ten Hag goes to Van der Sar. They sit down about the players they want. Van der Sar works on it and says, right, I can get you this, this, and this. He'll say, right, go for it.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
you're right, Scott. The interim of the interim was a mad one. And for me, that was them writing the season off. As in giving it to Carrick for whatever, 3 games or 4 games, whatever it was, and then bringing Rangnick in, who was interviewed by Fletcher. I'm like, nah, bruh, what is that?
Barcelona, I mean that I thought they were skid, but I think they get a somebody sponsored. I think it was Spotify or something, innit? They got something like $1 billion or whatever, so that's probably why they're now in for players.
You have to remember the business around Catalonia will never allow Barcelona to die, ever. Someone will always bail them out and push some money their way. Yeah, it's just what it is.
I think it's. I'm sure it's Spotify.
It's big. It's big like religion, Norman. Trust me.
Yeah.
That's like,
definitely. I'm definitely going to agree with you. Especially being the next man as well. You know what I mean?
Kings Road,
running up his mouth against us again in Aston Villa side. Get out of here, man. We just come to Wembley and just slaps you, bro. Yeah, Tim Sherwood, I can't take that guy,
But that's what they call. That's what they were calling Frank Lampard, the Kings Road, Tim Sherwood. I mean, like, yo, you like is bad.
I'll tell you what, the as I say, the Man United saga rolls on
every day, Norm.
Every day, mate.
It don't matter what platform you look on, you're going to see some foolishness and say,
and just quickly, I know we talked about it in the back earlier on, with Gary Neville being upset with a number of players after getting knocked out of Champions League against Atletico and then them going off and doing their own thing. Now, is that wrong? Would you say that's wrong or what? I don't know.
You know what? It shows. I don't know. Well, this is my thing. Go away. if you have to go away. Mentally, you may need that, but don't be splashing out all over social media, man. Allow it. Put them camera phones away and just go and rest your brain for a minute. But they are so thirsty, so needy to be in the public light, even after stinking up the joint. The first thing they're going to do is sunbathing or it was at boxing.
And for the fans, you know.
It leaves a bad taste in your mouth. You're like, bro, okay, you needed a break. I don't need to see you sunbathing in Dubai when I'm working my tail off right now. I could do with a little sunbathing in Dubai. You get that big money, you perform shockingly, and then you just swan off and just bragging about what you're doing that ain't football related. It's annoying. I don't want to say it.
He called it out. He did call it out and that, and I think he's so cheesed off with the club.
They're always sending the wrong message, you know.
Yeah.
If it's not apologizing for their poor performances, no one wants to see your apology on Instagram. No one cares. You were awful. Just stay off your phone and think what a disgrace you were in that shirt. Because it's like Chili said earlier, you know what I mean? Your chick catches every Friday without fail, you know what I mean? And you go and stick the joint up in a game that really mattered. I mean, for us to get to that quarterfinal would have been a big deal. And I think giving them a little bit of credibility. We haven't played well throughout the season.
Maybe a bit of momentum as well.
Right.
You know? But that's because kind of knock the stuffing out of you guys and you go again.
We got mugged. My man Simeone came in there and mugged us at Old Trafford, man, literally with all the floodlights on.
With the help of the referee as well.
But you know what I mean? So I said to my brother, how do we get mugged at Old Trafford with all the floodlights on? You know, the ones, it's bad. And then I see, man.
Steve, you could just go back to the Fergie days, eh?
I mean, it's half of the problem, if I'm going to be honest as well.
Man United therapy, man. Therapy sessions today. Lie on the couch.
If I go back to Moyes, and I just think, oh my gosh, you literally gave Moyes the job. You know, to a point that Moyes came out and said he thought he just popped round to have a drink and tap up one of my players. Next minute, he's offering me the Man United job. Moyes had a mini heart attack because he knew he weren't good enough.
Yeah.
And that's where the madness started for me.
Man. Listen,
I'm 10 years in, no? 10 years in. We're 10 years in without a title now, you know. We are heading down that Liverpool route.
Not good, man.
Really
Arsenal's 3/4 of the way there, mate. So you can talk, mate. 19 years without a title.
Mad,
not good. But just coming on to this takes us nicely into this quick one. Craig has said, normally all the Artetas in will be happy when there's an open top bus parade for fourth. Now, I asked this question, if Arteta gets top 4, can he go toe-to-toe with those elite managers? What's your opinion on that? Can Arteta go toe-to-toe with these elite managers?
If he gets the money to strengthen the squad, because of the young player, your young midfield is good. No, they're only going to get better unless they have bad injuries. And then he gets a couple of, I think, 2 strikers. I think he needs 2 strikers.
2 strikers. We need another midfielder.
And a CDM or another solid centre.
At the moment, we're Partey. I mean, it looks like far. Do you know what to say?
Partey.
Partey, yeah. I mean, he's really coming to his own the last few games, mate, dictating the midfield. And I think that playing in that deep line, in that number 6 role, and then obviously Granit Xhaka has been pushed up further. But again, Granit Xhaka is not the man in terms of what we want to do. And I think if you've got somebody that's got legs playing in that area, then mate, do you know what I mean?
I'm saying, I mean, you know, Ramsdale has been a gem for you guys. You know what I mean? You know, so once that spine is strengthened, then there's no reason why you can't. And that's what. And I look at, and you look at all them teams that spine all the way through, like Liverpool now. They got to look at replacing Hendo and Milner. Now, if they do that well, that's a problem. Liverpool are a problem still.
Yeah.
And Man City are always going to be a problem because Pep can just could just spend in it. Pep could just spend.
It don't matter, you know.
I need some money.
It means nothing to them.
Yeah. So
I mean, boy. So you're saying that if he gets the money, if he gets the backing,
strengthen those key spines Yeah, I think he can.
You
Yeah,
think he could go? You think he could go toe to toe?
Yeah, just because I think the football he's playing and the young talent that he's got, if they just keep progressing, in 2 years' time, I think they can. But not, like, it's American owners as well, Norm. How much money do they pull out your club for their own benefit? And the same thing. What's he said? I said I couldn't sell a black cat.
Craig is doing his stand up again.
Yeah, because we're bringing.
I thought United would bring in Phil Neville, after his achievements in the MLS.
Man, don't be mocking my team, bro. Honestly, I'm not here for that. So, you know what? I probably got more respect for Phil than Gary. In a sense, I think he's got more football sense than Gary. But obviously, Gary's more popular, isn't he? But
I think on this thing, we are going to be letting go of quite a few players.
12,
but that's what I'm hearing. Whether listen, I don't know if that's going to happen. Probably over 2
weeks. We could lose, and not lose in a bad way. We could lose about 8 Norman through contracts and all that stuff ending.
Wasted,
It's mad. I was going for it the other day, and 7 or 8, and I thought that's a rebuild, for us.
Yeah, Scott is saying it's time to back Arteta. You see, my problem is that yes, the trajectory of Arsenal is going in the right direction, but my thing is this: he's coming to the side, a novice manager. Yes, he's 3 years into managing. He's never managed a club, and for me, it's that inexperience, and that's why I think when he does come up against those elite managers, I don't think he's going to be able to match them.
So who would you want, no? If
Ten Hag would have been nice.
Ten Hag, right?
Yeah.
And you have to remember as well. You see, when Klopp and Pitt were available, right? Both us and you could have gone for them,
Of course.
And we didn't.
Of course.
And the rest is history. So it's like, wow.
Yeah. We need 2 new strikers, 2 midfielders, centre back, left back, right back in the summer with a new manager
as well. That's a big ask, Craig. That's a big ask.
It's a big ask, I mean, you've got Cedric sort of covering Tomiyasu at the moment, who's out injured. But to be honest, he hasn't played too bad, Cedric.
You got a couple of good players out on loan, haven't you?
Yeah, well, Guendouzi's gone. He's currently being picked for the French national team.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Williams Lieber as well. Who has also been picked for the French senior side. And I think when he comes back to the club, I think he's got like 2 years left on his contract. So Arsenal need to lock him down. If they don't lock him down, then they need to sell him. But he is a machine. Yeah, he's only I think he's only 21. 6'3", mountain, brilliant. I think he's got he made the in the French league, made the actual league what they call it, the 12 or whatever it is.
Oh right, team of the season.
Team of the season, yeah.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah. So I definitely want to get him back, and get him back integrated in the side. 2 years, we'll probably have to give him more money. Do you know what I mean? Because he's kind of gone up in stock now. But there's clubs like Marseille want to keep him, but they think they've got a transfer ban. But they're going to be other clubs looking at him as well.
Yeah, because I am mindful with us that Martial and Donny come back in the summer because they're just loan deals. They're not. There was no loan to buy in those contracts. They just loaned out for 6 months and then they come back. So,
yeah, and that's the problem. And this is the problem why I don't think we will make top 4 because of our goals per game. 44 goals.
Goals, 10 games left.
We need the goals, man. And then, as I say, you've got my man banging them in. Was it 9 goals
in 11 games?
In 10, 11 games. Shambolic. You're right, Craig. Look at that.
74.
Yes, 74. Wow. And between Aubameyang and Lacazette, and then with all the other teammates coming in.
Yeah, chipping in.
You know what I mean? So what's happened? Is that down to, who's it? That's got to be down to Arteta, isn't it? Because for the season and a half or so, the way we played the football was pragmatic. To say it was boring.
Yeah.
Our game is a lot better to watch now, but you can kind of see some kind of style. But before, oh man, geez, it was.
And the thing is,
boring to watch.
When we were winning titles, as much as we always had prolific strikers, our midfield always chimed in. Your Scholes, your Beckham, your Giggs, them man's always chimed in with the goals as well from midfield.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, me personally, I think that he would struggle. So getting in the top, because you're getting the top four, yes, you get the money and all of that. You get the so-called players, but I just don't know if he's at that level to manage at that level. That's my personal opinion.
Because top four guarantees you 100 mil from Champions League TV rights. Just for getting there. So do the owners say, right, it's 100 mil to go and get maybe 3 players that you really need, and then you bring back some from loan, and then those that are out of contract that are going to just be dissolve of natural causes, as it were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like you're seeing that, like with West Ham with no squad depth, they're now dead on their feet trying to play football. Trying to survive.
And we knew that was going to catch up with them. I mean, they've done well to go so far. But it will, at some point, it would catch up with them eventually. You know what I mean?
And so,
and that's the thing. That's the thing with Laka. He links up the play and that, but you need. He's a striker. We paid 50 million for this guy. The most he scored in one season. I think the most he scored in one season. Well, this is him. You know what I mean? 15 goals.
Like a threat.
Like a threat. Like a whatever. Lactoses, I think they were calling one time. Lactic juices.
Oh wow!
You know what I mean? So look, I get what you're saying, but you know what I mean. We can't have an inexperienced manager, a club of our size, third biggest club in the country, doing. It's like getting a guy. It's like getting a guy. I've said it before. It's like getting a guy that's just learned to drive. I don't know, a Jeep, and then you say, right, go and sit in that juggernaut and drive that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You need to have the right credentials.
But you know what? Like in the week, I was talking to one of my guys. He's a Man United fan, and he was saying that we have to be careful that who the opposition fans are saying that we should get, which is everyone say Poch. That ain't the one. You know what I mean? Whoever your opponents are saying, yeah, man, you guys, you guys should get Poch. Then you know that.
And then you got but then you also said the other thing as well. You got the other managers like Pep bigging up Arteta. You know,
right? Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because in his mind he said, well, I know how to school him, so yeah, man, leave him in that role.
Yeah, no.
And Klopp does the same thing.
A better manager. Listen, as I said, the fan base is split on this. You know what I mean? Because obviously, what he's doing at the moment, we are apparently going in the right direction. We're on an upward trajectory, and so the fan base is feeling happy about that. The team, the fan base, and everything's all together now. So nobody wants to kind of break that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, Klopp doing that as well with Ollie.
Good patch at the moment.
I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, Klopp doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Saying, Ollie, he's turned it around.
Yeah.
And he's saying that with a poker face. He's like, bro, stop it. Because you know that this man never going to be able to school you. And when he just schooled his coach, you've allowed it.
Yeah.
You know, the ones rather than man. So,
but listen, let's quickly. We're gonna just motivate the last two. Liverpool getting a quadruple.
Nope.
Okay, put it in the chat, guys. Can Liverpool do the quadruple? They're still in 4 competitions. They're in 2 semi-finals. They're going to play Man City in the Cup semi-final and likely to play them also in the Champions League final. Then they've obviously got them. Liverpool got to go away to them around about the 10th of April, I think, somewhere around there. Yeah. Can Liverpool do the quadruple?
It will be unbearable. No, I played at a friend's.
We leave the country, mate.
I played bass at a friend's funeral in Oxford a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And at the reception, one of the guys rolled on me and said, "D, you still support Man United?" right? This is a Liverpool fan. And I said, yeah, bro, of course. And the man just started laughing at me, boy, and running jokes. And I thought, if they do the quadruple, I could never show my face around now Liverpool fans because all I'm going to get is just bantered until I leave the room.
Well, I'll tell you that a good place to live, Alaska. It's a really nice place to live.
Is it? Yeah, Alaska. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because that's where I'll be going, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, look, keep the house. Yeah. I'll just find some cabin or somewhere. Yeah. Because I know all she would do, she would just look at me. She would just look at me and go, what can I say? That would be the greatest achievement. That would be their great. And I know for you, man. You've done the treble.
After the treble, you don't want them doing that. My Lord. Not only that, they equal the Premier League of 20. Right. Which for us it's us for now. It's ours for now.
Yeah.
And all these things, it's all wrong.
So there's so much. There's so much.
As my niece would say, could never.
Not in my lifetime.
Yeah, because the banter will be real, Norms.
Yeah,
both for us and for you.
Oh, listen, that's what they will say to us. It don't matter what argument you got. They just say,
right, I'm going to be up here in the East Midlands. I'm going to be seeing bare man walking around town in Liverpool shirts. Trust me. Just like, I'm a Liverpool fan. And the shirt will be brand new. You can say it's brand new. They just bought it like yesterday. Damn, I'm not ready for that.
Everybody be jumping on the bandwagon. I got
a neighbour across the street, that Liverpool fan as well. He's got Liverpool tats, everything, you know what I mean? Hardcore. Yeah. So he'll just be knocking my front door just to chat nonsense.
You've got to be in it to win it. So why not? That's what Craig is saying. Oh, my.
Yeah, no, I'm not ready for him to do that.
So it's kind of split in the chat, more saying no, and I'm saying no as well.
Yeah.
Here. No. Right.
Sorry, Jay, but it's a no for us.
Lukaku, not happy at Chelsea.
Wrong. Should never have come back, no.
And Thomas not happy with his striker's weight, mate. Timberland boots is probably causing that.
But you know what, Norm? He lost weight when he was in Italy, you know.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of weight. So what is going on with him?
It's gone really well. I think he's scored. I don't think he's scored more than 5 goals in the Premier.
What I pay for him? 95 mil?
95, nearly 100 mil.
Jeez.
Sitting on the bench. And, Tuchel's not happy with his, in terms of his performance on the pitch, and he feels that he's a weight issue going on here. And I think even when he was at your club as well, there was issues around that. Do you know what I mean? They were knocking him because of his weight and that. But I don't know. I mean, it has not worked at all for Lukaku, and I think he's looking to jet come summer if there's any buyer there.
You don't know what, Norms, right? These guys are all multi-millionaires, right? Why haven't you got a chef and a nutrition? Because you're clearly going to the gym and all that because you have to as part of your footballing setup. So if you're training, you're going to the gym. Why do you not have a nutritionist and a chef? Yeah. Why are you ballooning weight like that? Or because that means he's snacking in between meals, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And it's like one of my guys in Manchester said that he regularly sees Wan-Bissaka at this chicken shop, just eating fried chicken burgers. You know what I mean? It's like, really? And I'm thinking, kebab shop in Kings Road. Yeah.
Can you imagine in the car? Yeah,
right. Yeah, he's probably what's the name binging? He's probably
like this.
He's snacking in between meals.
Got back a bit of water as well. Anybody got any mouth spray, boy? Because I've got to get them onions smell out.
Right. I mean, it's kind of sad to see because I actually like Lukaku as he seems like a decent guy, but comfort eating, Because he don't want to be there.
Yeah.
And he should never have come back, really, should he? I think the bright lights of London drew him in, and it was a mistake. Because he said he had unfinished business. Now 6 goals so far in the season is not unfinished business.
No, he had unfinished business. He had unfinished business at Burger King.
At the Burger King, right. He promised them that he would do 5 burgers a week, and he's only doing 3. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, bro. It's mad. And then
we've been on this. Listen, guys, let me say thank you for staying with us for so long, by the way. We are now coming to the end, and we are going to the Prem form table. And
I'm scrambling on the form table.
Do the honors and tell me, going down to 6. We'll go down to 6.
Wow.
Come on, you must know who's topping the table. Come on, you can't get that wrong.
I bet you I do. Okay.
Here's the clue.
It's Liverpool, isn't it?
Yeah,
Liverpool. Yeah, I'm in my mind. I'm going back on the games. I'm like,
okay. Who's second? I'll give you a little clue.
Okay.
Controversy. Here's the clue.
So Liverpool, Chelsea.
Okay, cool.
Go on.
Liverpool,
Chelsea, Arsenal.
No.
Liverpool, Chelsea. Liverpool, Chelsea. Tottenham. Newcastle. No. I'm getting that horribly wrong, isn't I?
I thought you was going to say it. You said, I thought you was going to say Man City.
See, I was thinking about. I thought,
yeah.
Oh no, yeah, because
they're sitting third. So you've got Liverpool on 18 points. This is the last 6 games.
Right.
Chelsea on 16, Man City on 13. And guess who's in 4th?
You lot.
Nope.
Newcastle.
Nope.
Okay. Wow. That's me, then.
Nope.
Really? I'm trying to think because Ralph hasn't lost that many games.
You've been at the top 4 for a long time, bro. Tottenham.
Chile. Oh, that's why Chile
Binary FC.
Yeah,
Binary
FC, man. So, and then what? Who's after them then, Norm?
5th, us, Arsenal, on the same point. Arsenal, but they've scored more goals than us because Kane and Son are banging in the goals.
So I'm going to say Arsenal, then us, then. Where we are? Right.
Yeah, Europa, where Ronaldo will be playing his trade. Newcastle dropped down to 7th. So their formers fell away. Their formers fell away. And Leicester down to 8th. So we'll take it up to that point. So
even Leicester is a surprise.
Yeah.
They pulled the field out. They pulled the field out.
Yeah, they won their last 2 games. If you go to the bottom, though, you've got Leeds in 18th on 6 points, and then Brighton, second from bottom, 0 points. That's what I'm saying. Brighton at the moment have fell away massive.
They've literally gone to Brighton.
Obviously, Norwich.
Yeah, I'm buy 2-2 ice cream in it. So
yeah. Which 2 teams have scored more? Man United and Liverpool.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Or if it's not Liverpool, it's
City. It's not Chelsea.
Is it? Okay.
Liverpool 2, Man City 3, Chelsea 4, Arsenal 5, 6, Man United in season. Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Okay. So Scott
Liverpool. So Liverpool to win the title, according to Scott. Man City 2nd, Chelsea 3rd, Arsenal 4th, Spurs 5th, Man United 6th.
Liverpool win the title. That's a huge choke, by City for me.
Yeah, it is a massive choke.
And then, do you put man like Pep on fraud watch, which would be kind of hard?
Got it right. Yeah. I thought. I mean, Man United back in the day, man, they were scoring up the place. Scoring up the place. But listen, guys, it's been a long one today. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for your cooperation, for taking part, and just interacting. Again, D has lost patience with Jay. He's called her out. She ain't having it. As I said, let's be having you. Yeah. Let's be having you.
It was your moment to shine, Jay. You were going to be the rose amongst the thorns.
Oh, God. She didn't want to spoil it. Yeah, right, sure.
You didn't want to spoil it. Stop it. Behave yourself.
But listen, it is the international window, international games now. So, listen, I suppose there'll be more news concerning Man United. I'm sure there'll be news concerning Arsenal and all the other clubs.
Social media FC.
I'm sure those things will come up. Big D question. Big D, Cole in York were United's best striker? Yes or no?
For me, yes. Yeah, because it was them two that literally was the catalyst for the treble winning season, and we've never come close to doing that again. They were on a mad one. Both of them.
Terry Sheringham was playing in that side as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, Sheringham was there.
After Teddy.
Yeah. Teddy was there. Ollie was there as backups. Yeah. You have to remember, Dwight York used to be clubbing it every weekend after they won. You know, people see him in the clubs. You know, like, and I'm like, this dude can club as much as he wants because when he hits the pitch, he's ready for business, man.
Yeah, listen, those guys, they were phenomenal, mate. They were phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Remember, we poached York from Newcastle. You know, remember that? Newcastle fans weren't too happy about that.
Yeah, York came from Aston Villa, wasn't it?
Villa, and Coley from Newcastle.
Yeah.
My big yourself, Scott. Appreciate it,
everybody. But listen, guys, we've been on long enough. It's been the longest stream.
2 hours in, mate. 2 hours.
2 hours in, man. It's a record. But listen, you stayed with us. The chat has absolutely been lively. Listen, I'm sure we will have something to talk about next week. Even though it is the internationals, it's a lot of friendlies going on. There are some qualifier games and stuff like that. So we'll probably take a look at that and see if there's any controversy or anything. Hoping that Harry Kane and Son will just tweak a little bit of a muscle, so that gives us a bit of a chance. I'm still on the live stream, and I've got somebody talking loud in the background. Yeah, let me just throw. Yeah. I'm there talking, and I got somebody in the background just talking away. My sister-in-law. Don't talk. Right, she's a Liverpool supporter as well. You know what I mean? Yes, big up Craig. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, Craig, get yourself. Yeah,
One day you will come on. Yeah, hopefully next week we will have the foursome back. Chili and also Mr. Kofi Klopp. And we'll see what happened.
Listen, I'll drive him there, mate. I will drive him there myself. I'll go up there and pick him up and say, right, here you go, son. Pack your bags, you're leaving.
Listen, guys, we got to end this because we have gone 2 hours in.
Yes, Junior.
Bro, but you have stayed with us. And welcome.
Yes,
not welcome because you was at the start. I'm saying welcome.
Yeah, man.
Great show. And was the one that beat Craig
to the punch
today. She was the first one in. So, Craig, next week, mate, you've got my sister. You're up against my sister, Anne. Yeah. But big up to everybody again in the chat. Listen, it's been a great show. Please like, subscribe, and share. Until the next What's Going On podcast, take care and God bless.
All right. Good stuff.